Hi guys. So today we're going to address the fact that Young Spray constantly seems to want to belittle Pinky the sheep. And I don't know why this is. Like, I'm not sure if there's a bit of jealousy that, Pinky really kind of had a better career than both him and Kron. Let's be honest. Like, when we listen to the two or all three of them and we was to put them in levels, Pinky would probably be at the top. And this is something that clearly Young Spray has, been jealous about. And now he's got him on his show. He felt like he could belittle him. But now he's seen that, Pinky's creating his own lane. He's doing his own thing. And this is something that Young Spray is clearly become annoyed at, that he's basically using the RTM podcast to gain his clout and is now, creating his own little audience, his own little thing. And I think this is more to do with the fact that Young Spray likes to belittle Pinky, but he also doesn't really want him to leave, because he understands how valuable Pinky is to RTM. And I think Pinky understands how valuable RTM is to him. So at this moment in time, there's no real break. But if Pinky was to build his own audience, maybe something might change. And this is something that Young Spray is clearly scared of.
But I'll say this though, quickly, yeah. I've seen like when you have your little rants on Snap and all of that, yeah, and it's entertaining. Like you know how to, you know what I'm saying, hit us up like why for that. But I said why for that. I said why for that. Where you going?
Bro, what?
I said hit a subject.
Oh
I said,
my
why for
gosh. No, I just heard hit and that was enough for me.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Anywho, yeah, you know how to like hit a subject why for that and be engaging. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And make it, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I think you should do more of them.
Right, let's get this straight. So Pinky said all of that, yeah, to literally just say that. Just to say you should do more and literally hardly say anything. But anyway, Young Spray is there in the background, being a grown man, acting like a kid over a statement that I wouldn't even consider remotely sus from Pinky. Like, Pinky said a lot of sus stuff, but this is not one of those times. And the fact being that Young Spray feels like he needs to act and, obviously it's his show, so he still wants to be the star. And we all know that Young Spray's got main character syndrome. But the point being is, come on, bro, just chill out. Like, it's not that deep unless, let's not even get into that. Now, we all know Young Spray is getting to that age, that age where you start telling dad jokes. But I feel like this dad joke that he gave to Pinky was basically him trying to call him a fanboy and constantly like begging it kind of thing. Just another way of belittling Pinky.
Snap's got bread.
Free Snap, but you don't have to big him up every episode, bro.
Fucking idiot. Free stuff. He's just on anything.
He's on fire. He's on form. He's on form.
No, this guy's going mad. He just wants this episode to finish so he can go on TikTok.
Is your guy mad? You get what I'm saying? And today I'm having a break.
You get me?
Maybe.
Yeah, you're going mad. I swear I'm going to go live later, Jay. I swear that I'm going to tell these TikTok people about them. I'm going to tell them about Pinky and I'm going to tell them, listen, you lot, let these guys know they're going mad.
So as you can tell, that joke was quite poor. It didn't really land. And it was more like a little shot at Pinky, I feel. That, he's just, like I said, he's on TikTok. He's doing his thing. And Young Spray clearly doesn't like that because it shows a bit of ambition and it shows that maybe Pinky could possibly build an audience which might cause him to say, do you know what? I haven't got time for RTM. I just want to deal with my TikTok and be on live every day because I don't get treated or talked to like, something on the bottom of somebody's shoe. That's the best way of referencing it. And Young Spray clearly realizes that this behavior that he's constantly doing isn't going to work if Pinky is building his own platform. So Young Spray feels that he can go on the platform and do it himself and, build his own TikTok fan base and make those people follow him. And basically, I would say, maybe take Pinky's followers as well. But he just doesn't want to directly say that.
But you can't chat to Ming because remember, Ming's biz with your guy mad. Yeah, you can't chat to Ming on the TikTok thing because he's got Twitter Spaces.
He's got training. 100%. 100%.
Yeah, he's got Twitter Space. It was so harsh,
bro.
Surviving Twitter Spaces is mad.
Do you know what it's like?
I didn't survive it.
It's like going to. I've gone to adult
Chronic
jail without
was still
going
there.
YY.
Like they could not get him out of it. Like they were trying to get him out. Bare different attacks.
Yeah, facts.
They were trying to get him out of there. So he's well trained.
Yeah, and I've just gone into like the deep end why for that.
Ah.
I said why for that. Yeah, but it's like
That was even mad.
it's like going to Pentonville without going YOY, innit? You're just not trained.
Real jail,
Do you
man.
get what I'm trying to say?
No, but you can go
Facts.
Pentonville without why.
You can, yeah, but it's going to be
Pentonville-
different.
What's
Even the-
why?
No, but
I don't know.
young
that,
offenders.
man.
But I'm saying young offenders more jumpy.
What's
That's
why
what
young
I'm
offenders?
saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Felton's
Go
YOY.
Pentonville
I
without going
hear that,
why.
but even the
More
bang up,
jumpy.
even the bang up,
Felton YOY.
Yeah.
Is that what-
yeah,
okay. Why
even
was
the bang up,
young?
even the bang up will be mad, a bit mad for
It's
you,
the
man.
same. It's going in and going thingy. Now bang up. It's the
I
same
hear what
bang
you're
up.
saying, but
You're going mad.
put it this way, I didn't
Yeah.
have no training in it, so you get me. Sometimes I do get got.
You never
for
went
that.
why.
No, I'm talking about
That's what I'm
on the
thinking. Okay,
spaces and that, innit? Yeah. Of course I won't wear.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah, no, spaces, innit? I definitely need the spaces training. I can't lie, but it is what it is, innit? I'm learning on the job.
Right, so Pinky was talking about himself, and Young Spray just had to mention Chronic. He just had to, because he doesn't want to big up Pinky. He doesn't want to show any Pinky any love. He doesn't want to give him any respect. He wants Pinky to be little bro, and Chronic is clearly Young Spray's like bestie. They're best friends, especially on the podcast, because they back each other. They always, Young Spray, if he feels that Chronic is being overpowered in a certain situation, Young Spray will jump in. But when it comes to Pinky, those two will team up also to get at Pinky. And this is something that they regularly do. And the way Young Spray then decides to talk about YOY, knowing that Pinky's trying to make a point, which I'm not sure how it relates, but if you guys been in prison, you'll understand. I haven't been, so I wouldn't understand what YOY is like in comparison to adult jail, because I've been to neither. But the point being that Young Spray, instead of listening to the point that Pinky is bringing across, he casually just says, I have been to YOY. Have you been to YOY? And says that you don't need to be in Pentonville or YOY to upgrade and go into the adult jail, because clearly that is something that these people believe, that you can graduate from a certain YOY and they will send you to the prison that, you graduated from. I believe they think that prison is college.
You know what I'm saying?
Man's thinking it's a job now.
Yeah. And what I like
And
about it is I can control
Yeah,
the
on the
settings, innit? So if somebody
Can't
goes,
control anything to do with spray
do you get what I'm trying to say?
because it's gonna go
You
left
get
fast.
it? You get it? So on there, if you're
That's
going
why
too,
he's sick though.
if you're
'Cause
going too
it's-
mad on there, I
it's
could
crazy.
just go, drop you.
No,
done.
that's why it's mad.
Do you get it?
Because it's crazy.
Oh, you're talking too much. Mute.
He does it to me all the
crazy.
time.
You
Just
know what I'm
mute.
saying? I'm trying to talk. Are you talking over
No,
me?
but
Mute.
that's why it's mad.
You know what I
Because
mean?
there's if there's too much control, it's not
Power
lit.
trip.
It's
He
got to
just
be
mutes.
lit.
It's a power trip.
Stop.
Yeah, it's got to be
See
lit.
people that mute.
It's got to be
Power
crazy
trip.
lit.
It's not power trip. Sometimes people
When
don't
you
let
mute
you
people, it's
talk.
power trip.
Sometimes people don't let you talk, and then it's all mad. Bare people talking
Why
over
you
each
muting
one
me?
mic.
I mean, because you're.
If I say
you're
one
actually-
mic, if I say one mic three
Power
times,
trip.
nobody listens.
Just tell them shut up. You hear me? Stop talking. Why are you muting, man?
I'll tell you after I've muted you. You was going too mad. Let me say what I'm saying now, then I'll unmute you.
I'm gonna pull up later. Pull up in it. You need to start
He's gonna-
governing.
he's
No,
gonna
but yeah, no, but
He's gonna go
no,
TikTok.
because he's funny. No. Pull up.
Pull
We'll
up.
govern. Yeah, we'll govern. On man stage, we'll govern.
I heard that.
Yeah, we'll govern.
Yeah.
But if
They're
I go on
going
your
mad.
stage
I might
and
have
there's
to
too
try
much
it. See
governing,
what I want in
but
there.
you know what's sick about it? You know what's sick about it? If I go on your stage and there's too much governing, guess what I'm
come
gonna
out.
do?
You just come
Scur
out.
and
Yeah,
start my own
just
stage.
come
Yeah,
out, yeah.
no one will go there.
So then,
No one will go there.
Yeah, they will.
No
Yeah,
one
they
will go there.
Yeah, they will.
Not
Yeah,
from
they
my
will.
stage.
Yeah, they will.
No, they won't.
Yeah, they will, bro.
Okay, we'll do it tonight.
Bro,
we'll
this
test
is
it
not-
tonight.
this is
Let's
not
test it out
YouTube.
tonight. Let's test it out
Let's test
tonight.
that.
Yeah,
It's not
test it out
YouTube.
tonight.
YouTube,
Test
that's
it out
your
tonight.
roads.
Yeah, tonight.
Yeah?
We'll test it
TikTok,
out
that's
tonight.
my
Yeah, we're gonna test it out
streets.
tonight.
You know what I mean?
Your street's from RTM, so we're gonna test
I
it
heard
out
that.
tonight.
Yeah.
Clearly, Pinky isn't happy with the way Young Spray is talking about the whole TikTok scene. And he feels that at the end of the day, Young Spray wouldn't be able to do what Pinky does. Whether or not that's the case, I can't determine. I'm not sure how much Young Spray gets as viewership in comparison to Pinky. I don't really watch either of them. But if I was to watch one, it probably would be Young Spray. So even though Pinky believes that he will take people from Young Spray's stage onto his own, that just would never be the case. And Pinky knows that for a fact. And that's why he's getting a bit more frustrated and saying, Young Spray, just stick to YouTube and I'll stick to TikTok, because he knows if Young Spray goes onto TikTok, it's more likely to pull viewership away from Pinky than it is the other way around. And Young Spray is probably annoyed at the fact that Pinky isn't really trying to acknowledge RTM as the reason that he's relevant. But like I said, the way the whole relationship between Pinky and Young Spray, Pinky doesn't want to give Young Spray too much of a footing because Young Spray will definitely use that against him in a later episode.
Pinky's
But
like,
just
You know what I
know,
mean?
just
Pinky's
know,
on some.
just know,
I
yeah.
swear that
Just
got
know,
my
my
space,
TikTok, my TikTok is not.
nah.
My
I
TikTok
come
is
in my
not.
room and it's
No,
Test
but-
that
no,
tonight.
but-
different
no, but-
ratio.
Make sure you test that.
Kelso.
No, but I'm saying,
We
make
will.
sure. Yeah, I
we will.
swear down.
But watch this here, Kelso, yeah. My TikTok here is not named Pinky Notes RTM. It is just named Pinky Notes.
They just
Let's
know
have
you
that
from
right.
Make him
RTM.
know.
Let's have that
They
right.
just know you from RTM.
Let's have something
Yeah, I know, but they
else.
just know him from
Let's have
RTM.
something else, right? Let's have
They just know
something
him
else.
from
Let's have
RTM.
something else, right? I already have 5,000 followers before coming on RTM, and I only just started posting RTM content the other day.
The way Pinky talks about 5,000 followers is literally like he had, 20K or something like that. Like 5K isn't a lot, bro. And even if those people are following you, they wasn't really interested. You might have posted your little bits. Even me, I've got a few pages and they have one has like 3K. And to be honest, I wouldn't really say that's a good page, but each their own. But the fact that he's trying to dismiss RTM is just a bit insane. RTM, they need him, but at the same time, he needs RTM more. And I really think that viewership would probably drop if he wasn't on the RTM show. So him saying that he doesn't post RTM content and doesn't do any of this stuff is just nonsense, and it's stupid because even if you don't post it, RTM posts it and everyone knows that you're part of RTM, and it's just a normal order of things. It's the RTM versus the session or whatever it is, but everyone knows that it's Pinky, Chronic and Young Spray, and you're constantly allowing these guys to bully you. So we do expect you at some point to leave and do your own thing, but for now we get it. You just need clout. But if you was really serious about this and you really didn't believe RTM was part of like your whole thing, then you could just get up and leave, because at the same time, like, this is the sort of behavior I would not want to deal with in the workplace. I'm just being honest.
He didn't.
Let's also only start posting RTM content the other day.
He didn't. Yeah, I'm saying, no, he didn't. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. He didn't.
They fabricated.
Fabricated.
Okay.
Fabricated.
Okay.
But yeah, they're all there for Pinky Notes. Don't worry, Pinky. You
Okay.
don't need to prove nothing. They're there for Pinky Notes. They're all there for
I'm
you,
not saying
Pinky.
it all. I'm not
Nothing
saying
to
it
do with
all
RTM, Pinky.
No, there's bare
Nothing,
RTM
nothing to
questions
do
on
with
there.
RTM.
No,
It's all for
no, it
Pinky.
is.
It's
But
all
I'm
for
just telling
Pinky
you.
Notes. It's all for your music. It's all for your music, mate.
Wow, out now in all digital platforms.
It's all for your music, mate. That's why they're there, mate. That's why they're there, mate. That's why Annie was in there, because she knows you from your music, mate. That's why Tyra's in there, because Tyra knows you from your music, mate. That's why they're all in there, mate, because they know you from your music,
Oh,
mate.
big up Trina. Trina pulled up.
Trina as well, she knows you from your music, mate.
Yeah.
They know you from RTM,
Yeah.
mate.
Pinky, you got a bone.
All of them know you from RTM,
You
mate.
got a bone out.
Now you got a bone out.
You have to bone out.
Bruv, I don't.
You don't understand what I'm saying?
Nah.
You got a bone out. And
Now, I feel like if Pinky was to leave this show and Kelso, they would work together as a good podcast. I feel like they balance each other out. But in this situation, Kelso is just mixing the pot and telling Pinky that really, if he's really believes that people don't care about the fact that he's on RTM and trying to make it seem that he's, people more care about his music, which really isn't the case, then, you should just really go all in and say, you know what, forget it. I'm going to tell everybody who's come to see me who thinks it's an RTM thing to move, basically. That's what, and you know what? He's right. Because if you don't believe that, then you know what? Tell all the RTM people who know you from RTM to leave the room. Just leave or don't give anything. Like, you know what I mean? That he has a fair point. But, we already know that Pinky knows that the relevance only comes from him being on RTM. So he's not going to do that. He's just not going to do it.
Let me tell you something. See this guy, yeah?
Sugar daddy.
He's going to be the big... See, when he actually has a youth, this guy's going to be the biggest E-dat for his youth. That's
More
what I can
time.
tell.
More time.
He's going to be the big...
More
Trust
time.
me.
More
When
time.
he actually gets a youth, he's
gonna
going
be
to...
mad.
He's going
More
to be
time.
spoiled.
The boy, if he goes mad, I can lick him up. I can't lick up Gad, bro. Like, that's crazy to me.
Nah, yeah, with
I'm gonna
girls,
be like,
girls is
why did you do that?
You probably wouldn't even lick up the boy.
Yeah.
No,
That's how mad it is. You probably wouldn't even lick him up.
No.
'Cause,
Unless
like-
he's a good you. No.
I ain't beaten my youth yet.
Ever.
No.
Neither
Not-
have I.
But he ain't needed it. Like, to my brain.
I think when you listen to Pinky and Young Spray, you just have to think about the intelligence level of this conversation, because why Pinky needs to refer to beating his you if he's not good, like, it's just an understatement of the year. And then Young Spray is saying, oh, you wouldn't even beat your you, but then claims that he has never beat his you. So I'm just not understanding what Young Spray's point actually is at this point. And the fact that Young Spray says his brain, as if say that gives any sort of clarity in if his child has been bad, is completely false. And what was the word that he used? Fabricated. That's the word, fabricated, to make us think that you think normally. And we know Young Spray doesn't think like that. We've seen how he acts and we've seen how mad he gets about gigs.
No,
Yeah.
I ain't beat my how I got beat. Obviously, man's had to put
No, we
their hand.
couldn't.
Man's had to put my hand on him, but not like how man.
That's what I was thinking. You must have.
No,
like,
no.
Like, you think I didn't beat
No,
my
but I'm
little
saying
brother
when
and
he
little
was
sister and that?
younger.
They had
like,
to
do
get
you know what I'm
little
saying?
beats and
That's
that.
that like. Do you know what I'm saying? But
But
he
like,
could
'cause-
never. I don't think he could even say that he's like. Do you know what I mean he wouldn't even remember it to be a beating?
Yeah, I think my little brother might not remember it.
Do you get what I'm
He
trying to say?
definitely
To
got-
be a beating,
He
like.
definitely got smacks, bro. One time he stole pounds out of my pound jar. I couldn't believe it. Then he thought it was
Yeah.
cool to tell my brethren.
Yeah.
He was good to tell my brethren.
He flexed.
Bro, I'm like, huh?
Flex.
My brethren told me I was all the way on the D, yeah? Why for that?
Oh
yeah?
my gosh.
Hard.
The drive,
Deal
yeah?
with it. Deal with it.
I
Deal
went
with it.
back-
Deal with
I
it.
went
Deal with it.
back-
Deal with it. Deal with it. Deal with it. Because that's mad.
You might have to stand outside.
Yeah, that's mad.
You might have to stand outside and calm
Yeah,
down.
that's crazy.
On
But
what
yeah.
did you say? On the D.
Yeah,
On the
it's
drive,
going
the drive, the
mad.
drive.
The D.
The drive,
What does
the
that
drive.
even mean? What does that
The
even? I didn't know what it was
drive,
short for.
the drive.
7 day
I had
ban
to
off
co-
TikTok
I had to
live.
come back. I had to come back
Bro.
to Marlow and just
7 day
What's
ban off
going on?
TikTok live.
Can you imagine on this show as well?
That's what we
This
used to call it,
RTM
innit? I
show,
went
you
mad.
know better.
Yeah, going mad. That's so loud and
Chest
excited. And did you see how excited?
now.
Did you see how excited he said it? Like, yeah, guys, so mad.
This is one of them clear sus moments from Pinky, like I was saying. Him referring to the drive or wherever that is as the on the D, yeah, is pretty sus. So I can give you a red card for that one, bro. And that's the honest truth. And the fact that Pinky seems to not have kids and want to compare the beatings that his brothers and sisters got as a way of him relating to the situation is just not great. Just just shush your mouth, because your conflict between your siblings, between your young you, is completely different. But maybe that's just a me thing.
Remember, I've got brethren with jobs.
Mm.
You lose your job. What do? You got to find another job.
Big up Diamond Star Tours. Sorry,
Big up, damn.
Diamond Star Tours.
What do they do?
No, they just because the man's looking to go Umrah in it. Me and Ming go Umrah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's what you touched the tube.
September. Yeah.
Cold.
Mm.
You get me, bro? Like, remember, I've been chasing peas for time now. And, obviously, there's still 1 foot in the, do you get what I'm saying? So, you're making money.
One
you're
foot in
spending-
what? Feel this one. So innit?
Now, I can't get onto Young Spray all the time, but I'll be real. I'm not sure what he felt that my man was going to answer with when he said, what was you in? Like, does Young Spray actually think about the questions that he asks his people? Or do any of these guys, or they just want to try and incriminate everybody on all these podcasts that they do? And if, like I said, you're not careful, you'll end up incriminating yourself and you wonder why. But they will seize RTM podcasts if they feel that there's a bit too much information on there. So now, before we get into the next part, I'm just going to make this pretty clear that Kelso is basically talking on the story of himself and what has happened. And he's basically said, compared him to Young Spray, for example. Yeah, and Young Spray doesn't seem to quite understand the situation. But the point being is that Kelso knows about Young Spray and knows sort of the occasions that he's found himself in. And Young Spray just likes to act like none of this stuff has ever happened. And I'm not sure why.
So
I started growing my hair 23. That's after I got stabbed up. Like, I had a madness.
oh, you got stabbed up?
Yeah.
Why?
I got the same. You get what I'm saying?
Your mind games.
Yeah, we went through it.
The same what as me?
Same. The same. Look, you know what I'm saying? Scars. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you got opened up.
Yeah, they had to open me up, man.
Yeah.
No Diddy.
Why did you get stabbed?
Madness. Defending my brethren.
Okay, shit.
Yeah, we got into a madness outside Opera House.
Jeez.
Went back to where you was
No,
born.
no. I've put my hand on my jacket and I've just felt.
Trust me, you went back to where he was born. Go on.
I was going back to my mum's.
No, where
going
you
to
was
my
born.
mum's. I'm going to
No,
my
you went
mum's.
back to where you was
Headed-
born.
He means the hospital.
Yeah, North Mid. You went
No.
Oh,
It's
go on.
worse. It's got madder than that. I've put my hand on my
Whitechapel.
jacks.
Whitechapel. Yeah. From his man, I'm not.
It's chopper.
I'm not in his
The
Whitechapel.
chopper.
I'm not in his Whitechapel.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
got airlifted.
Yeah, airlifted.
Oh, shit.
I'm saying,
Getting airlifters guy, man.
I've just felt wet, bro. I'm
Getting
like,
airlifters. I didn't get airlifters still. Big up.
see, when I felt that, I've just felt,
Big up, I didn't get airlifters.
straight away, I'm like,
Man
fuck's
just
sake.
went
I don't even know the
hospital
youth.
with my bridges with.
Do you get what I'm saying? I don't even know the use. I don't know the. I didn't panic. There's no panic.
You could have got to North Mid
Nah,
quicker than.
bro. There's no time to panic, bro.
No, but I'm
Remember,
saying
it's like 4 in the morning.
Then waiting for to get airlifted, you could have got North Mid quicker.
No, but they can't deal with what's going on here.
Did they tell you that
Bro,
you're getting
you got the same-
airlifted
they-
when you
Brother,
call the
I'm home
ambulance?
the next day,
This guy
bro.
mad.
No, but what I'm saying is this. So
Thinking they can't open him up in
Wait, hold on. Let's
North Mid.
let's unpack this shit.
My hand, I got a trench coat on. I put my hand under my jacket.
mad.
I felt just wet now.
You felt
I'm
it
like,
before.
for
Why
fuck's
for
sake,
that as well? Go on.
you're going mad.
No, but
this,
I know it for real.
this is
yeah, it's
real.
serious time. But I've been through it, innit?
yeah. So you know, it's,
Yeah,
it's
I
real.
know. Yeah.
So boom, I've unzipped my shout mumsy because I'm done in it.
Shout mums is mad, gone.
Shout mumsy, I'm
Yeah,
done.
yeah.
I need to see her.
Of
She don't live far from here.
Yeah.
If I'm
I
gone,
know I'm gone.
Yeah.
If I'm
Mummy
gone-
better just know I'm gone.
yeah,
I've never not once did I say shout mums.
yeah, I
Free
know.
Jatty, ask Jatty, my brethren knows. Anytime I beat that, not once.
So
I
that-
said, yeah, phone my mum or not. Over the second time, mum was gone. First, but I'm saying like when she was alive, I've never thought like
Shout mumsy, bro.
I need to call my mum, I'm gone.
Bro,
But you
in
know
my
what?
head-
It is? In my brain, I never think I'm gonna die.
Right. So these clips, I just thought I put together quickly to just show that young Spray can openly mock, and people don't react to what Spray says. They kind of just tell him, "Yo, calm down. Like, it's not that in it. I don't want you to speak about the situation like that." And young Spray will fall back, and but even though he'll say his little comments, but you can just tell that young Spray feels that he needs to kind of make everyone seem like they're lesser than him in a weird way. Like him talking about he didn't get airlifted, like that's a great achievement, and he got driven to the hospital, is just something I don't understand what that even deserves, to be honest with you. And then he talks about the fact that the person could have gone to, or Kelso, sorry, could have gone to North Mid Hospital, but I never knew that young Spray was a doctor or knew like which units deal with what stuff, because they wouldn't have just randomly airlifted him to a hospital far further away than a hospital, you know, which would have been closer to him. And then he just openly mocks the fact that Kelso wanted his mum, like as if say that was mad, and then tried to backtrack it and say, I don't really feel like I'm ever gonna die when these things happen. Which, you know, okay, if you want to say that, whatever. But then, like I said, Kelso takes it really well, I would say. Like, he doesn't get rage, he doesn't get annoyed. Even when young Spray mentions the fact that he was wet and then tries to make, like, or he mentions the fact that he got wet, and then young Spray decides to say a why for that. And he's like, bro, like, chill. So it's okay. Other people, you know, they can take it. But young Spray, as soon as Pinky decides he's going to open his mouth and say something which he feels is a bit off tone, he feels that Pinky is mocking him and he gets PTSD. And Pinky's not even doing that. But because the way young Spray feels about Pinky in general, it just overflows and it boils out of young Spray to produce just like him angry.
Oh my gosh, is that what man
But
done?
bro, you've been got better time, so at
I
this
haven't
point, you're
been got
used to
bare
it.
time, so stop taking the piss and stop thinking it's funny. It's not
Oh
funny.
my! I wasn't even
Oh,
laughing.
yeah, it's not funny.
I wasn't
I haven't been got
laughing.
bare times.
I
Tell me
wasn't
the bare
laughing,
times.
though.
Tell me the bare times.
Okay, well, there's a couple times then, innit?
Yeah, so tell me. So why are you saying bare times? So why are you saying bare times?
All right, but
so
what I'm
what's bare
saying is
times?
you're
It's not
used to it.
funny.
I wasn't
Stop that. It's
laughing,
not
though.
funny.
I'm trying to say
Yeah, it's not
this
funny.
is his first
It's
time.
not funny.
I wasn't
It's
trying
not
to be funny. I'm
It's
trying
not
to say
funny.
this is his
Do you get what I'm
first
saying?
time.
I haven't been got bare times.
Okay,
I haven't
I'm
been
trying
got
to
bare
say, all
times.
right, I'm
He's
saying
saying
it's
Stop
his
thinking.
first
Yeah,
time.
no, he's thinking he's being funny.
I wasn't
Yeah,
laughing,
stop
bro.
thinking it's funny.
I wasn't
Stop trying to
laughing.
say funny things.
I wasn't trying to be
You get
funny.
what I'm saying?
I'm trying to say
You was.
Okay,
You was.
cool.
You was. And it didn't land. It's not funny.
I wasn't trying to land anything.
You've been got bare times. You was. You was trying to be funny.
I changed it to a couple of
You get what I'm
times.
saying? Yeah, you know what I mean?
Listen,
I haven't been got bare times.
I get it,
I've
innit?
got
So-
people bare times. I've got people
I
bare
had that.
times.
So who hasn't?
You.
What do you mean I haven't?
You. Tell me. Go on. No, I'm going mad.
Young Spray went as far to like actually try to get Pinky to like snitch on himself on like the RTM podcast, and this is what I'm trying to say. But Pinky knows better, and he's not going to open his mouth. And everybody else in the room is kind of looking at Spray as like he's got you that angry that you're going to start calling out names of people you got and stuff. Like, oh, come on, calm down, Spray. So as I showed you and I've just presented to you, before Kelso, he had a lot to say and he was openly mocking. As soon as Pinky says the fact that young Spray has been got bare times, he goes into absolute meltdown. he just loses it. He's not having it. He's saying Pinky's trying to mock him, he's trying to bait him, he's trying to take the mick, and he's saying it is not funny. And it really isn't, but your reactions, bro, your reaction is funny. And this is why we love you, because even though you don't mean to be funny, you're just naturally funny, because how quick you have risen to get onto Pinky because you just have a distaste for him. You have him on the show because, you know, he really is a good character. You probably give him nothing in comparison to the value it's worth. And for Pinky, he wants to stay because RTM is valuable. And to be honest, without it, he might be irrelevant. But at the same time, it's just the anger in Young Spray of Pinky just saying that has sent him into meltdown. Literally, he's like a computer and he's gone into meltdown. He's seeing red rings right now, just like the Xbox.
So I'm saying,
You
I'm
can't
going
tell me
mad.
he's not bedtime.
I'm going mad. But stop going mad. Do you get what I'm saying? You've been got bare times. No, I ain't.
No.
No, I ain't. I ain't been got bare times.
But Spring,
I'm not glitching.
You're glitching.
You're glitching. You're glitching.
But Spring,
I'm not glitching.
You're glitching.
You're glitching. You're glitching. You're glitching.
glitching too.
Yeah, you're glitching.
But what? No, but what?
By
he's saying-
thinking I'm glitching.
Everybody's
You're
glitching.
glitching.
I know what
Everybody's
you're
glitching,
saying.
but
You're
him.
glitching.
Everybody's glitching, but him.
He's glitching.
What
Do you know
he's saying is,
Yeah.
Like
this is
I've
my-
been gone.
this is
I've
my
been got
first
bare
time,
times.
and it's
No,
Do you know
but
what it is? Do you know
no,
what it
but
is, bro?
first
Do you
got
know what it
bare
is?
times. Don't do that.
No, do you know what it
Yeah,
is?
don't
There's-
do that. I'm not.
there's
Yeah, you're
thingies and-
glitching. You're glitching if you're thinking. Yeah, you're glitching. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Are you mad? Am I a dickhead or something? You've been got bare times. No, I ain't. When have I been got bare times?
But I've already
Do you get
changed
what I'm
it a
saying? So
couple
straight
times,
away,
so I don't even
my
know
brain's
what...
already. What do you mean? Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not glitching.
Oh, Young Spray is definitely glitching. He, like I said, he's angry. He is not happy that Pinky has said that. He's not. He really isn't.
Do you get what I'm saying? When have I been got bare
If you really
times?
want to unpack it, yeah, when you got,
Do you know what I mean?
when you got wet, how many times did you get wet?
one big Zor.
Oh, that cool. So if you've been wet once,
I've been
yeah,
wet other times.
And this is a man that said, yeah, I took no
I've been
L's
through
earlier on and all that. You think
I'm
you
a
can
good-
sit down and tell me, oh, you've been got bare times and think you're saying something that's not,
but
you're
I
trying
ain't
to
took
be
no L's. What am I
funny.
supposed to say? That I've
You get
took
what I'm
L's and I ain't.
That's what I'm saying to you guys. Young Spray doesn't want to see Pinky grow because he always wants to be bigger than him. Do you know what I mean? And it's just a constant battle. And Young Spray, anytime that Pinky tries to say anything that makes Pinky seem remotely better than Young Spray wants to find a way for it to be seen as him mocking him or something. I don't really know why he goes on like that. Because at the end of the day, if Pinky has said time ago he's never took no L's, and then he's saying, oh, you've been got bare times, I don't know why he resonates that with him mocking him. Well, I can kind of get it, but that's when you think like Young Spray. If you think like a normal person, you just think, oh, whatever, like, it's not that deep. He didn't mean it in that way, but because of the way Young Spray is, and he's openly, how can I say, he's used to people trying to talk to him in that way or trying to make fun of him in that way. So every time someone makes a little comment that he sees to be a little bit disrespectful, he really gets his knickers in a twist.
Do you know what I mean?
What am I supposed to say? I took L's and I ain't.
You been got.
No,
But he ain't done nothing.
of course I ain't. That sounds great.
Do you get what I'm saying?
But you know that's not the truth.
Like,
So I don't know what you're talking
see,
about.
when people, anyway, trust me, blood. What people think is something. Do you know what I mean? Trust me,
So
blood.
you're on the floor.
Nah,
on
so,
test times.
I've tried to push thing in rare. It's pain. I'm like, boom, I've sat down. I'm with my brother and Yoey, big up Yoey. I'm like, Yoey, phone my mum. He's like, bro, we can make it to a yard. I'm like, listen to what I'm saying to you. He ain't seen it yet, because I know if he sees it,
It's bad.
panic. I'm not panicking. If he sees it, it's panic.
That's what
Well,
I'm saying.
did it-
He's going mad. That's what I'm saying. That's being actually even at thinking, bro. Do you know we've all
Because you was there
Bilal,
when I went to the camp.
Bilal, like, do you get what I'm saying? No,
You
they
was
must
there
have
when I
just
went to the
been.
camp.
No, it must have just been dead for your age group. Do you understand? Like, it must be. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I'm thinking, what? Like, do you know how Nas, JB? Do you know how much man's already gone through the system for you to say about when you've come out? That's when people knew about Wolfenstone. It's a disrespect.
That's okay.
It's a disrespect, and that's a disrespect I'm not listening to. Do you get what I'm saying? You think Wolfenstone started with you lot?
That's not what. That's not.
Like,
what I
oh,
said.
when I went can, that's your can or whatever. Because
So what did I say? Did I say every can? I said when I went
There
can.
must have been chiefs
How you
in
gonna
there.
tell me when I
There must
went
have been
can?
chiefs in there.
How was there chief
Wait,
in there?
I was in jail with Shawnee. What was going on? I was in jail with Shawnee. What was going on?
Bro.
Way before, no, but I'm saying way before you touched
Bro,
the pen.
bro, listen.
Was Wolfenstone in
Listen,
jail?
Listen, I'm not saying.
Yeah,
Hear me. Hear what I'm saying to you. Hear what I'm saying to you. Yeah. Hear what I'm saying to you. Because you can scream as loud as you want, bro. Yeah, bro. From
I
what
could
I've
scream
heard-
louder.
Wait, hold up.
I heard
hold
you
up.
been
It
screaming
doesn't-
on the
it doesn't-
pod on the
it doesn't change
TikTok.
anything. It doesn't
I could
change
scream
anything.
louder than you.
You can do.
I heard
whatever
you been
want.
screaming
I
on the
can scream as
TikTok.
loud as I want to, but hear what I'm
Nah,
saying to you. Yeah.
he's been going mad on the
Hear what
TikTok.
I'm saying? You don't listen to him. You're just chatting shit. But listen to what I'm saying. Yeah.
Nah,
bro. and this the thing.
He's the little brother
this the
that
thing.
just goes
you've
mad,
had,
innit?
you've had times here when you've been rolling with the B man. You've had times when you was rolling with the Ching man.
Yeah,
so I don't
before.
even know what you was in jail screaming. Then next you was in T.
No, I was in jail before all of
I've only
that.
been in one motherfucking place, nigga. The fuck we doing here?
He said,
What?
The fuck we doing here?
he said,
Didn't you say you was in Beaumont before?
Yeah, but I've never read
No,
Beaumont.
it's fine. I
I've
don't
never read
care.
Beaumont.
I
I've never
don't
read
care.
Beaumont though.
That's not setting. That just makes
It's not
me
saying
sound
it's
tougher.
telling the truth.
That makes me
It's
sound
telling the
tougher.
truth.
To me, that
I'm not
sounds
saying
tougher.
it. I'm saying the truth.
Mm.
I'm saying the truth though. It's not even the mind games. I'm just saying the truth. I'm not trying to make him sound any less or any more.
You couldn't.
I'm just whatever, man.
You couldn't.
Whatever. If you say so, bro. Whatever.
Make me sound any less. Go on.
Let's not do
Let
this.
me
Bro.
hear
Let's just move on. Let's just move on.
No, but I'm saying, let me hear this. That's why you
Let's
couldn't.
just move on.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? But at the same time, so what? Like I repped all these ends, yeah, because I'm heavy. I'm a sick youth.
corner show.
Do you get what I'm saying? I'm a sick youth. And every single one of them ends.
Bad now.
Why?
I'm too heavy.
No, but it's true though.
Listen,
Who else?
listen.
Because you've only repped one motherfucking ends. You couldn't go and rep nowhere else. You wouldn't be able to stand up straight. No, but I'm saying you didn't want it, but I'm saying you wouldn't be able to stand up straight. But I'm saying at the same time,
You get what I'm
when
gonna say?
you know as well, yeah, when I started moving with the man, they were the wickedest thing out there. They were the wickedest thing out here. So whatever anyone's saying, like I said it before, I explained before as well, it's like fucking going from the division to the premiership. I said it with action.
So let's just unpack this before I go. So Young Spray has decided that
Do you get what I'm
he's
trying to
gonna
say?
mention
No
the
one,
fact
like,
about the amount
respectfully, you're not
of
man's
different
age group. You
areas
wouldn't know,
he's
innit?
repped
It was
or
different.
different
It was
jails.
worth there.
And
Yeah,
he
Like, and
also
anything
says,
you
I've
think
only
you've heard,
been
you
in
just
one
heard it
jail.
from whoever you've
Like,
heard it from.
But what
'Cause you
my
weren't
thing
there.
is what does this even mean? What are they trying to show, that they're bad boys or they just get caught all the time? Because honestly, jail isn't for smart people. And I'm just going to be real with you. Like, yeah, there's some people that get caught in some weird situations, but to consider yourself constantly going jail or being in jail and wearing it like it's a badge of honor, like even the way Pinky kind of presents it, like I've only been in one jail, like as if say that's like he's the gigs of jail or something like that. And then you've got Young Spray over there acting like he's the Ronaldo of jails, just being in multiple clubs. Or sorry, let's say Ibrahimovic. I feel like he's more of an Ibrahimovic type of character. Like, but you know what I mean? Like mentality wise, I'm not sure about anything else. But this argument really isn't an argument for people who actually, have gone places in life. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not for this. You shouldn't be looking up to these people or saying that these people are part of the culture. If they want to argue about how long they've been in prison for, what prisons they went to, and how they repped prison, it really is just such low level stuff. I'm being real with you, just low level. That's all you can look at it. These people are very low level. So yeah, I think that Pinky needs to be treated a bit better. I feel like there needs to be a bit more equality. Like I've said, gender equality in the workplace of RTM needs to be looked at, right? But I still think that it's one of the funniest shows with or without certain characters, because all we need is people to really annoy Young Spray, and that's just TV in itself. But anyway, guys, that's it. It's been a bit long, I know, been a bit long-winded, but I'll see you in the next one.